Uh, Good morning. At this time, I'd like to call to order the Franklin County Board of Commissioners General Session. Today is January 16th, 2024, coming off a wonderful celebration of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. He would have been 95, and yesterday was such a tremendous celebration all across America honoring the legacy and the life of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and for all of the benefits that many of us have in society today. It doesn't matter what color you are or doesn't matter what gender you are. We all, from people like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., live in a better America, and that is a fact. And so yesterday was just a tremendous celebration, and I know my colleague, Commissioner Crawley, was at the breakfast with me, and I know she probably did a bunch of other things yesterday as well. And anything you want to add about MLK Day before we jump into the agenda?
If you don't mind,
Yeah, please.
President Boyce, thank you. So I just want to just really emphasize service, right? And want everyone to think about how they can be of service to someone else, right? To make their neighborhood better, their community better. If we think about the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., that he gave his life in service for others, for an America where his children could grow up and not be discriminated against because of the color of their skin. But if you think about how he started really advocating on behalf of workers and sanitary workers, and the environments in which they were, the conditions in which they were working in, and just trying to uplift them. And so I did a recording for the Board of Commissioners that I think will probably go out sometime this week. But I was saying, even as I sit in this seat with my colleagues, there's more that I can do, and really want to rededicate my life to service to make sure that every resident in Franklin County has all of the same opportunities to thrive and not just survive. But in order to have a thriving community, it takes each and every one of you and all of us working in partnership with each other. So I would just like for everyone to take a moment to think about how you can be of service to someone, whether it's in your family, whether it's in your school or your community, to make your community better. And then I would just say yesterday also for my sorority sisters of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated celebrated 116 years of sisterhood and service, and we were founded in January 15, 1908, and it's the same tenets of service that we had, trying to make sure that young ladies could improve their stature in society and in their community. And so it was just a wonderful day for me to be in community with everyone at the largest breakfast in the country, celebrating the life of Dr. King, but more importantly, thinking about how we can continue to work for freedom, for equality, and for justice for all. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Commissioner Crawley. And the only thing I'd add, is so well said, the only thing I'd add is that, you think about the progress we've made here in Franklin County. Just a decade ago, there had never been an African-American county commissioner. Today, there are two. There are 4 in the state of Ohio, I believe. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in the entire state of Ohio. 1 African-American male in all of the entire state of Ohio. And so we're making progress. It's incremental and slow, but that's where, to Commissioner Crawley's point, that's where you come in. Being a part of committing yourself one way or another to service is a valuable variable of that progress and that growth for us as a country. And so looking forward to celebrating some of the athletes who I know who are here today, and in their broader equation is a service component, even in athletics and sports, that we'll probably talk about a little bit. So with that, is Linda here? I know I've got some stuff I got to do, but I didn't see her. I don't see Linda Logan. Okay. All right, so we'll have to do some audibles here. But with that being said, as a reminder, this is a public meeting and is being recorded. Please ensure that your line is muted for those of you who are online or calling in. Thank you so much. We'll begin with the Pledge of Allegiance led by Commissioner Crawley.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. One of my favorite parts of our seasons here at the Franklin County Board of Commissioners is celebrating our student athletes. Every season, my colleagues and I recognize state champion athletes from Franklin County and surrounding Central Ohio area high schools. Today, we're here to celebrate the fall state champion athletes who have excelled in girls tennis, girls and boys golf, field hockey, boys cross country, and it's a privilege to partner with the Greater Columbus Sports Commission and the Ohio High School Athletic Association to recognize these outstanding student athletes. Welcome to all of the athletes, coaches, families, and friends who took the time in this cold and snowy weather to join us today. Normally, we would kick off things with the welcome from our good friend Linda Logan, Executive Director of the Greater Columbus Sports Commission, or Doug Oot from the Executive Director of the Ohio Athletic Association, but I don't see either of them. And then, are they online? No, maybe no. If they were here, here's what they would say, I think. First of all, in Central Ohio, we understand the value of what it means to be a student athlete. To excel at the highest level at your level, in your school, in your community, is more than a gold medal or a title of state champion. It means that you represent excellence. You represent the courage, the dedication, and the commitment that it takes not only to take care of yourself as an athlete, but as a student. You know, I love it when we recognize young people and at this time of the year for their athletics, and it's so interesting to hear where they're going to college or to hear the coaches talk about GPAs and whatnot, because most of the time, those two things coincide with our athletes here in Central Ohio. And that's what's so impressive for myself. I've got somewhat of an athletic career. I was a Division I college athlete myself, but I'd like to brag more about my son, who was a Columbus Academy student and a 4-year All-State athlete and state champion athlete. And so I know what it's like. I know the work that goes in and the competitiveness that's required. And it's no easy feat that you stand before us with the title of state champion. And that's impressive. For some of you, this is not the first time we've seen you. And it's so interesting to see you come back year after year after year. And I know that everyone on this dais recognizes the work that you put in, the commitment that you make, and also the family members and friends who support you in that ecosystem, in your own trajectory, in your own efforts to achieve those successes. And so I know on behalf of the Greater Columbus Sports Commission and the Ohio High School Athletic Association, I know they wanted to be here because when they're, I don't know, for whatever reason they're not here, and we hope that we pray that they're safe, but I know how passionate they are and how excited they are to see you, and many of you who we will continue to see in athletics one way or another, or hear about your successes in life. And so with that, unless my colleague, Commissioner Crawley, wants to add anything, we'll get started with recognizing our student athletes and the coaches and their families and friends that are here today. So when I introduce your school and sport, I'd like the coaches and athletes to come over to the podium and say a few words. Coaches, please introduce yourself and your team and share a few highlights about the season. We also would like to hear from the student athletes as well. Tell us what grade you're in and any details that you'd like to share about your season. And in the case of you seniors, I see a few out there, we'd like to hear about your future plans. And before we turn into your seats, we'd love to get a quick photo and enjoy your presence here in Franklin County. So to Commissioner O'Grady joining us too. So with that, let's get started in recognizing our student athletes and their coaches and friends and family. We'll start with the Bexley High School girls tennis. Anybody here? All right, yep, go to the podium. By the way, there's a little button on there that you can move the podium up and down if you like. It will be obvious when you see it.
I need to use it? Because I have a coach's voice.
Well, there are people listening online, so
Okay.
that microphone is important for you to pick
I'll
up,
do
and we're
my
recording
best.
it.
Not the
Okay.
volume. You can move it up because you're so tall.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah, you can move that podium up if you want. There's a little button to your right there.
Okay.
And it'll just go, you'll move up.
I want to first, my name's Heath Goolsby. I want to first thank the Franklin County Board of Commissioners and also the Ohio High School Athletic Association for holding this event and recognizing all the state champions in the room. Before I get to Amaya, excuse me, I also want to thank you for the reminder of the celebration of Dr. King's birthday, that being a fraternal brother of mine, that also being, it's important to recognize that there was a time where Amaya may not have played for Bexley. There was a time where I would not be employed by Bexley or be able to be her coach. And so it's important to just kind of reflect on that and just know that even though Bexley is a great community and has welcomed her with open arms and is just ecstatic about her accomplishments, it's important to just reflect on those moments. I wanted to say that. And also, I wanted to also bring up some things about our two-time state champion singles player, Ms. Amaya Bowles, to my left. When I was here last year, I spoke about her talent, her abilities, the buzz that she brought to Bexley. But I think that's something that would have been said of any athlete. More specifically to Amaya, she has done two things that I can think of that I don't think these four eyes will ever see again. That is, one, that she is a two-time state champion and is only a sophomore. That she has only given up 6 games in those 2 final championship matches. The other thing, and most importantly, is that she has not given up a game in 2 years of sectional and district play. We have seen, those of you that know tennis and have seen tennis, there are many state champions that have gone on to bigger and better things and that have let their guard down or given up a game or so. I've seen Amaya go up against, she'll be down 15-40. I'm like, well, this will be the first. Next thing you know, somehow, some way, she digs in and is just unwilling to relinquish anything to her opponent. And so even though I've probably seen more tennis outside of her immediate family, I've probably seen more tennis than anybody, I still marvel at what she's able to do on the tennis court. And so I'll end with this, that if you have not seen Amaya play, you're doing a disservice to yourself. She is that talented. She is worth the price of admission, just her match alone. And so I'm grateful to have been able to coach her these last 2 years, and I'm excited to see what she does in the future. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Amaya. First, I'd just like to thank the County Board of Commissioners, for having me again this year. It's a great event. I always look forward to coming to it. And I'd like to thank Goolsby, for these past 2 years. He's stuck with me throughout these matches. And then I'd like to thank my family. I'm here with my dad, my mom, and my sister, Nala. And I'd just like to thank them.
Where are they at? Stand up. Let's see where they at. Where in the audience? Stand up. Yeah. All right, yeah.
Yeah. And I'd just like to thank them. They're my rock. They've been there since day one, and I'd just like to thank them for everything they've done and setting me up in good positions to be here. And just thank you again. Yeah.
You got to invite us out to a match. And we'd love to know. I'd love to come see the.
Open invitation.
Yes.
Send us the schedule. How about that? Yeah, send us the schedule, and then I'd love to do that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take a picture right up front here. next we've got Columbus Academy, girls tennis, doubles.
Hi, my name is Preston Eberlin. I'm the head coach at Columbus Academy, and I had the privilege of coaching Aria and Yasmin this year. And before I get started, I do want to thank the Franklin County Board of Commissioners, OSHA, everybody for putting on this event. It's a great event and a great way to further celebrate the winning, but also the competitiveness that these ladies put in the fall. Just a little bit about our season. I'm a numbers person, so I like numbers. Our record overall as a team was 18-1 in the regular season. We went undefeated in our division. We were first in our division. We came second in the Lexington Invitational. As a team, we were the D2 state runner-ups. Our team did receive the Claire Musco Team Sportsmanship Award from the Ohio Tennis Coaches Association, which is throughout the state. In terms of Yasmin and Aria, Yasmin is a senior. She's a 4-year letter person. She was a captain this year. She went 30-3 this season. She was CBL first team, all Metro girls tennis team, Ohio Tennis Coaches Association first team, and Ohio Tennis Zone's all Ohio team. Aria, also a senior, also a 4-year letter person, also a captain this year, was 24-4 this season, and all those same teams that Yasmin was on, Aria was also on. Yasmin and Aria together went 18-0 this season. They won the first doubles flight at the Lexington Invitational, and they won the D2 state championship, as you all know. What's important to note about their match is they did drop some games, but they kept fighting. Their match was 3+ hours. Their match was 3 sets. It was one of the best matches I've ever watched in my life. There are moments as a coach when you're excited to watch a match. Sometimes you hope for a quick and easy one so you can go home and rest. That was one match that I was happy to be sitting on the bench, watching, cheering for the full 3+ hours. They fought hard the entire match. The match score, just because, again, I like numbers, it was 7-6, 4-6, 7-5. Anyone that knows tennis scoring, I'm looking at the tennis people over there, they know that's a very close match. Aria and Yasmin were 2 of our captains this year. They were leaders on the court when they were playing, but more importantly, they were leaders off the court. They really helped to make sure that our team stayed cohesive and competitive throughout the year, and it would not have been possible without them, all the success that the team had and the success that they had with the both of them. So.
Hi, I'm Aria. I wanted to thank the County Board of Commissioners for having us here. It's a great event, and I'm honored to be a part of it. And I'd like to thank my parents. They've done so much for me.
Are they here?
Yeah.
Yeah, stand
they're
up. Let's see parents. Don't be shy. There you go.
Especially my dad, and this is my last season. And I'm so grateful that I got to be a team with one of my best friends since I was 8 years old. I've played tennis with her for such a long time, and I'm so honored that I got to be able to do this with her and have so much success with her. And I love her so much. So, yeah, thank you so much for having us.
I'm Yasmin, and I'd also like to thank the County Board of Commissioners for having us here. I'd like to thank my mom, who's over there.
Stand up. Yeah, okay.
And of course, I'd love to thank Coach E for being a great coach and leading us through this season. And I'd love to thank Aria. How could I not thank Aria for this great season, and my team? Even though they're not here, I'd like to thank them as well, because it really wouldn't have been such a great season without them. But yeah, thank you.
What's in your futures?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
next?
Oh yeah, you want to?
I'm going to play D1 tennis at Stonehill College next year, and I'm undecided pre-med.
I'm going to Case Western for biomedical engineering.
All right, outstanding.
So we only have to make some people stand up there. They stood up anyway.
All right, next, we're going to have the Columbus Academy girls golf team.
Yeah, gotcha. It doesn't matter because they're just trying to get out of the picture anyway. So.
Hi, everyone. I'm Maggie Freitag. I'm the girls' golf coach for Columbus Academy, and this is our team. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves? Go down the line and tell how old you are.
She'll hand you a mic so the folks online can hear it.
I'm sorry.
I'm Angela Hu, and I'm a senior.
I'm Sydney Fortney, and I'm also a senior.
I'm Caroline Zeiger, and I'm a junior.
I'm Eva Lim, and I'm a freshman.
I'm Rosemary Jenkins, and I'm also a freshman.
I'm Ella Tang, and I'm a sophomore.
Thank you so much for having us here. We are very honored to be here. Thank you to the Franklin Board of Commissioners. Thank you to the OHSAA, as well as the Greater Columbus Sports Commission. It's just an honor to be here, and we're thrilled to be able to celebrate these fine young ladies, as well as the rest of the state champions in the room. Congratulations to all of you. I wanted to just start a little bit and talk about our girls team that we started back in 2019 was our very first season of the girls golf team at Columbus Academy. And in the last 5 years, the girls have achieved back-to-back state titles, which truly is a testament to their commitment and their dedication to the sport and to this team. Some highlights of our season are that we had an undefeated record of 19-0, and our freshman Eva Lim, she actually broke the school record by shooting 65 at Mill Creek, and which is an unbelievable feat. She was a great day. And then at the state tournament, the team also broke the D2 record for the single round team score, as well as they broke the D2 overall state tournament record by 10 strokes. So we were thrilled with that. Also, throughout the season, they've worked really hard to overcome the pressure of being defending champions. That was something that we had never experienced before. So the girls did a really fantastic job with coming together as a team and supporting one another. I think that was really what helped us get through that pressure, was just knowing that they weren't letting each other down, that no matter what they shot, whether they had a bad round or a great round, they would pick each other up. And I think that's what really helped us get through that pressure that we had and we felt. Also, we had great and tremendous pressure or tremendous support from our school, Columbus Academy, from our parents, from our community. And so we were just fantastic support that we really appreciated. And I think that helped us to just go in there and do our best, knowing, no matter what happened, we were always supported. We also have two fantastic captains, Angela Hu and Sydney Fortney. They're our senior captains. who really led by example and made this season about hard work and a lot of fun. We made it a lot of fun, and I think that's what brought us all together as a team, and we had a great time. So we're really going to miss them next year, but we're grateful for all of their support this year. We're also very fortunate to, I'm very fortunate to be, had this opportunity to be their coach, and I'm really looking forward to next season. So thank you very much. Thanks for having us. And I think Angela and Sydney have a few things they want to say.
So again, thank you so much for having us. Coming back again, this is like such a great event, and it's like such an honor to be here. And it really, we could not have done this without the team. I've been playing on varsity since freshman year, and it was really just like such a good group of girls in our dynamic. And I think when one of us is having a bad day, another one will have such a good day. And that's what made us like defending state champions, is that we had such a good team dynamic. And I really could not have done it with this group of without this group of girls or my coach. So thank you so much.
And where are you headed to school?
I'm still deciding where I'm going to school, but I plan to major in business administration or along the lines of healthcare management.
But have you narrowed it down?
To where?
To schools, yeah.
Oh, no.
All right.
I also want to thank, I especially want to thank our coach. She's honestly like the best coach I've ever had, and she's so supportive, like no matter how we play, and she's really helped me get through my rounds. I want to thank you guys for inviting us, but most importantly, I want to thank my team. They're like the most supportive, like hardest working, most competitive people I've ever met, and I really don't think we could have won this without one another. So, yeah.
In school?
I also haven't decided, but I'm going to be majoring in neuroscience and minoring in applied statistics.
Oh, my
Good
God.
Lord. Good Lord. Well, I have a degree in business administration, so you can't go wrong with that because you can do anything with a degree in business administration. You know, after a lifetime of being an avid golfer, I decided to give up the game a few years ago, and the reason is because of all the young, one of many, many reasons why I decided to give up the game was because of all the young men and women who come in here year after year who post scores like 65 and embarrass Commissioner Boyce and I, you know, so it's just amazing. Great job, guys.
Thank you. Congratulations.
You can run the world with a degree in business administration. Congratulations. I watch the game every weekend on TV, but there's a lot of reasons why I don't play it.
All right, keeping it moving. Next, we've got the Columbus DeSales boys golf individual. No? Nobody here? Okay. Next, we'll have the Dublin Jerome girls golf team.
Familiar. They've been here before.
On behalf of the girls, thank you very much for having us. Girls golf, boys golf, golf in general doesn't quite get the love that a lot of the other sports get, and they're all super hard workers. And Commissioner O'Grady, these are the unicorns, so don't compare yourself with these guys. Golf is hard. It is a hard game. It takes a lot of time and sacrifices, and the girls and boys that you see, they have made those sacrifices. These girls have made those sacrifices. My name's C.D. Butcher. I'm at Dublin Jerome. And to piggyback on Commissioner Boyce's comments earlier, Central Ohio is really good. And just to make it to state out of Central Ohio is an honor in itself, and we're proud to represent Central Ohio as the state champions this year. The Ohio field was loaded this year. These girls finished runner-up last year, and they felt like they were good enough to win, but golf's hard. You could be the best team and not win. But they kind of came into this season with a purpose, not an outward, like straight focus purpose on winning, but just playing the next shot. It's the best team I've ever had as far as just playing the game the way it should be and not making it too much more than it really is. We started the season, we finished our league 28-0. We were sectional champions. Obviously, we won the state championship. As far as statistics go, this is my 19th year, and this is the lowest score team average that I've ever had. A par is 288. We averaged 295. All 6 girls shot in the 60s during the season. All 6 girls had some type of recognition at one time or another individually. But as a team, it was a great season to see them come together, and really they just kind of look challenges in the eye and move forward. That's kind of the best adjective that I can put about them. They're super dedicated to what they do and to each other. So it's been a great year. We have 2 seniors. We have 3 seniors. One senior's not here. She's probably in shorts golfing right now down in Florida, and that's Addie Yarborough. We have Mia Ringer, who's a senior. We have Alexa Prettyman, who's a junior. We have Maida Pathuru, who is a senior. We have Lorna Zhang, who is a sophomore. And we have LAU, who is a junior. All right, so we've got a good mix of young and old. All of them were team captains, all leaders. Couldn't be more proud of them.
Hi, I'm Mia Ringer, and I just want to say thank you for having us. It means a lot to us because we haven't won in quite some time, but I just want to say a big thank you to my team because we're just one big family. We always support each other, and whenever one person's down, we know someone else is going to have our backs. We put a lot of time and dedication into this sport. I think we missed a lot of school the first semester this year. We're gone probably at least 1 or 2 days a week, but it's worth it because it's just winning the state championship really just showed off how much we love each other, just all of our hard work and dedication. And I'm playing golf next year at the University of Findlay, and I'll be studying business finance. Thank you.
We'll just have our seniors speak. Okay. And they had a 4.2 combined GPA.
Hello, my name is Maida. Thank you all for having us. Okay, yeah, I'm a senior. I have no clue what I want to do with my life, so yeah. If you have any advice, send it my way.
I'm still trying to figure it out. So
that's good. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Thank you. She was honest. She was honest. Could have made us something.
I was like 26. Congratulations. You don't have to. You have plenty of time to figure out what you want to do. Congratulations.
I love your honesty.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. All right, next we've got the New Albany girls golf team, or individual. Albany girls golf individual.
4.2 was my GPA doubled. It was my GPA doubled.
All right, thank you. I'm Rich Ritter. I'm the head golf coach at New Albany High School, and I want to say thank you again to the Franklin County Board of Commissioners for having us down here and recognizing Mia and helping celebrate really what was one of the greatest seasons for any individual in the history of girls high school golf this year. Mia averaged under 67 for the entire season. Her scoring average in the conference, the OCC conference, was under 67 in those competitions as well. The accolades for her performances, were really unparalleled, and we've seen a lot of, like CD said, a lot of really top-level golfers in Central Ohio. First team All-OCC, first team All-District, and first team All-State, obviously with the state championship win. Additionally, Mia had one of the best individual rounds in state history with a round of 60 at Toledo St. Ursula's event up at Highland Meadows in September, which is phenomenal, really. 10 under par, I think, on that day based on how the course was being played. And then went on to the postseason to post a new Division I state championship individual scoring record with a total of 4 under par, 136. Beyond all of that, one of the greatest things is, when you have a really good player, sometimes integrating that player with other team members can be a bit of a challenge. But Mia loves the team, always supports all the other girls, and they love her as well. And so it's not only been a joy to watch her perform, but also to see her as a teammate and to get the opportunity to coach her. Mia?
Hi, I'm Mia. I first want to thank the Board of Commissioners for allowing us to be here today, and congrats to all the other student athletes here. I want to thank Mr. Ritter for the endless support over the last 2 years. I truly couldn't be where I am without him. I'd like to thank my parents. My dad's here with me today.
Stand up, Dad. Come on.
They've made endless sacrifices for me, and I'm forever grateful for everything they've done. I'd like to thank my teammates for all their love and support. I couldn't be where I am without them, and all of my coaches and swing coaches throughout the years. Thank you.
Did you say, are you a senior? Are you a senior?
Sophomore.
And you scored a 60? That's against the law. That's against the law. Congratulations.
60's like a scramble score.
With a good team. Next, we've got the Thomas Worthington Field Hockey Team.
This is a repeat. The returning field hockey team. Hi, Coach. Good, how are you? Good. Coach's nieces used to play softball with my daughter.
Yes, they played softball together.
Yeah.
I'm Terry Simonetti. I'm the Thomas Worthington field hockey coach. And Mia, I followed you on Twitter. I agree. Or X, I refuse to call it that. You're phenomenal, and congratulations on a fantastic season. And as he said, that's against the law to shoot a 60, but to shoot a 67, my son's a golfer. So I can only imagine. I can imagine your dad, too, by the way. He acts all cool, but inside he's dying, because I've been there before. I want to thank everybody for having us back today. This is a great honor and a privilege to be here. I love your seats. That's a great upgrade, by the way. And Amaya left. I was following her as well, and she was up for Columbus Dispatch Player of the Year, and so was one of my son's best friends. And I was like voting for him, and then I was like, who is leading? Who is, I was like, oh, it's Amaya. Okay, I have to give her one of my votes too. So she's amazing. Sophomores, that's great. I am so privileged to be the coach of this team once again. They are phenomenal student athletes. not only on the field and winning back-to-back state championships, but also in the classroom. I don't have an overall GPA, but I can tell you their GPAs are 4.5, which I thought was illegal as well, 4.6, 4.4. So they are incredibly smart, and when that eligibility comes out, I never even look at it. I don't have to worry about it. I shouldn't say that, but I really don't look at it because I don't have to worry about it. But I would like to also thank the families that continuously support us, their families, my family, my husband who allows me to go scout also. So I'm really rarely home, but their families are incredible. They bring them from June to November for practices and just constantly being a support system for us. I'd also like to thank my coaching staff. Without them, we aren't here. I truly believe that I have one of the best coaching staffs in all of Ohio, so I feel very blessed with that. A few tidbits about our season. We were 21-2 this season. We had a early loss. We actually dominated the game and then gave up one goal. That was kind of fluky and actually couldn't have been the best thing that happened to us. And then we get into tournaments, and we knew it was going to probably be New Albany and us in the end, and it was. And New Albany scored in the third quarter. We changed some stuff around, and my kids then, from that moment on, cornered them 10-1, which is incredible. And we had a corner with less than 2.5 minutes left. And it was a corner that I did not call, which is not rare. But it worked. And so many factors went into it, and 9 out of 10 times, the person on the post would have taken that shot. Instead, they took it to the sweet spot, and we sank it. And at that point, we tied up the game, which was incredible. And then we went into overtime, and Sophia just takes a step out. Okay, this freshman, who is a sophomore this year, scored the state winning goal last year, didn't know it was sudden death, laid on the ground, and I said, what were you thinking when you laid on the ground? She's like, that we can't let them score, but once you score in overtime, game's over. So she didn't even really celebrate last year. So this year, I wish I had a picture to show you, but she scored, and literally, like, it was like, you know, when the kicker scored the game winner, she flew down the field, and we're all chasing after her. But it was incredible because she knew that we won the game this year. So not only, she's also a sophomore, so she's with the sophomore greats in here, but she scored the game winner again in overtime. And May, where's May? May, come on. Don't be shy, May. This is my freshman goalie who, I know Mia knows Paige Cornelius. We went against Paige Cornelius. Oh, okay, you're shaking your head as well because it's an academy. You know Reagan. We love the Corneliuses but hate them on the field. And May is a freshman starting goalie on the varsity team, and she is phenomenal. And only let in one goal, but we won. So, and that's okay. It was a shot that none of us could have saved, and it was Paige's, who had scored 75 goals all season. So for May to only give up one and then to lead her team to victory as a freshman is pretty miraculous. But all of them are incredible, incredible on the field. We couldn't have done it. It takes 11. It takes 17 and the coaching staff. So I just want to thank everybody for your support. Congratulations to all the teams. I know that Columbus Academy also repeated, and Jerome's a powerhouse, always has been, so is your boys' team. And thanks for having us. Okay, I think we're going to introduce ourselves, and here are my two seniors. No. Or Macy can start.
They can all introduce, and then the seniors can say a few
That's fine.
I'm Macy Morgan. I'm a freshman.
I'm Meredith Eastep. I'm a sophomore. I'm Taylor Carnes, and I'm a junior.
I'm Molly McClellan, and I'm a junior.
I'm Sophia Borges, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Kira Posey, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Elle Pasquinelli, and I'm a junior.
I'm Jaden Gessler, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Rowan Casey, and I'm a junior.
I'm Lauren Byer, and I'm a senior.
I'm Courtney Stegmiller, and I'm a senior.
I'm May Conroy, and I'm a freshman.
All right, we'll have those seniors come up now and tell us about where you're headed and any remarks on the season?
So this is good timing because I just had to write an essay for a scholarship about the most self-satisfying activity I've done in high school. And of course I talked about field hockey. But I think I might have spent one sentence about us winning 2 state championships, and the rest was about how satisfying it is to see all our hard work pay off, because in reality, our season's, 4 months, 3 months? Not very long. Not very long, actually. But we train all year round. And so I talked a lot about in that essay about how it's really nice when you win because you work so hard. And it's really nice when you win with a group of girls that you also know work so hard. And so we're just really thankful to be here again. And I'm really thankful to be here with this group because I know that they all put a lot of their effort into this sport. And I know that they don't sacrifice in their other parts of their lives. They're all very smart, and I'm very thankful to be a part of a very well-rounded team. So it's a very satisfying experience to be a part of something bigger than myself.
And where you headed to school?
I'm going to OU to study user interface design.
Outstanding. Okay.
We just wanted to say thank you for having us here today. And we also all wanted to thank our coach, Terry Simonetti. She's just one of the, she's the glue to our program. I mean, you heard her refer to us as my kids. She truly helped turn us from just a team into a real family. And without her, we wouldn't be where we are today. There's no way we would be back here. So we just wanted to say thank you to her. And then we're also just very thankful for our team. I mean, like Lauren said, we train all summer, but I don't think once we had to send a text hey guys, can you come to conditioning at 7:30 in the morning during your summer? Everybody just shows up. It's almost like a given, and everyone just puts in the work all year to get the win at the end.
And where are you headed?
Oh, I'm undecided where I'm going, but I'm going to major in business.
All right.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Hopefully we'll see you guys all again next year. Congratulations. Good job. Congratulations. Come back next year, please. We want to see you again. Congratulations.
Should we, why don't you guys, 2 rows.
Oh my God. You gotta stop meeting like this, huh?
I know.
Sacrifice.
My little one is doing great.
Mr. Casey, is it even?
She's a sophomore.
Is it even now?
Playing softball in Davidson.
Wait, I wasn't.
Down 3. She started 30 games last year. Sophomore. Well, yeah, she should be here. Liz? Oh, speak. Yeah.
All right. Next up, we've got Westerville North boys cross country individual. Anybody here from Westerville North? Nope. Okay. Keep it moving. Next, I think that's it. All right. Yeah, I thought there was another one. Okay. Well, let me open up to my colleagues and see if they've got any closing remarks for our student athletes and their families. Commissioner Crawley, you want to go first?
Sure. Yeah. Just want to say congratulations to all of the students again, to their coaches, and to the family. I played softball, the varsity softball when I was in high school, but more importantly, I have twins, one who was in gymnastics and one who played volleyball, rec, and then is at University of Kentucky and played club volleyball her freshman year for Kentucky. And so when our children or you all are involved in activities, it's a commitment for parents too. And so we are just as committed to your sports activity, your academic activity as you are. And so I hope that at the end of the day, I know you all thank your teammates and your coaches, but please thank your parents for being just as committed to your success as you are. But all the things that you have learned with your team, teamwork, dedication, commitment. As one student said, didn't have to send a text to say, hey, are you going to make it? Like it's there. It's like teamwork. If I don't show up, it impacts my my team as a whole, and understanding what that is. You will take that into everything that you do after, whether it's college, once you get your degree and go into business or neuroscience, or all of the things that you all want to do and are excited about for your future. You will take all of those skills that you have learned, not just on the golf course or on the tennis course, but what it is in the locker room or the friendships that you have created. And so I'm excited to see where you all go. Remember to stay committed to academics, because that will probably take you farther than athletics will. And so I'm looking forward to seeing some of you back next year and celebrating another state championship. So thank you, President Boyd.
Absolutely. Commissioner Gray?
You know, we started this years ago because we're first of all, we're all former athletes. We're all and we all have kids that are either current athletes or former athletes. But we started this years ago because you know, we wanted to recognize the best and brightest of Central Ohio. We do this also for our scholars and artists as well. And we want to make sure that that you know that we appreciate you and all the hard work and the efforts that you put in to get to where you are. When I was a kid 100 years ago, I was part of a state championship team as well. And I was recognized, we were recognized by Columbus City Council. And I remember how special that was. And so we wanted to make sure that all of the state champions got a chance to feel the same way. For those of you that have been back for your second or third, or some of you maybe more, hopefully you'll be back again more often. You'll know what I mean when it's just a great kind of an interesting and good and wonderful feeling. It's something that you remember. But the one thing I always, and some of you may remember me saying this, but the one thing I always like to remind folks is, don't let this state championship be the highlight of your life. This accomplishment should not be the most important thing that you ever accomplish. You know, you're a young person. This should be a springboard for greater accomplishments in your future. This should be a springboard for bigger and better things to come. This state championship should be something that sets you on a course to be, for great things in your future. If this is the greatest thing that you ever accomplish in your life, then that's a failure, not so much for yourself, but for all of us. Because, I know, but believe me, I know plenty of guys who I wrestled with in high school that their state championship or their being a member of the state wrestling team was maybe the biggest thing and it's the thing they look back on 40 years later. And I was on a state championship more than 40 years ago, and I rarely talk about it. I get to think about it 3 times a year when you guys all come in, and I think about those days 40 years ago when I was on the state championship team. But otherwise, I think about all the other things that I've been able to accomplish in my life since that time, and so make this be a springboard. The other thing, and it was wonderful. The highlight of today wasn't just hearing about all your accomplishments. It was seeing you guys get up there and thank your parents. Mm-hmm. Talk about your siblings that are in the crowd with you, because we for years we always remind people and remind the kids to thank your mom and dad for all of the time and effort that they put in to help get you where you are. And to have some of you come up here today and thank your mom and dad for being there with you was wonderful. Because as a parent, all of us, we know how much it takes to get up at 7 o'clock or 6 o'clock in the morning and drive our kids to practice. When I leave here later today, I'm going to pick up my daughter. I'm going to drive her up to Delaware County so that she can make it to practice. And then I'm going to pick her up I'm going to sit up there for 2 hours, and then while she's in practice, and then we're going to leave there, and I'm going to go to another practice because she's got to go to the hitting coach because she's a softball player. She's got to go and get individual instruction, and then from there, she's going to go to a hitting league where she's going to spend the next hour and a half, 2 or so, hitting in a league, and we're going to get home at 9:45 tonight, and all the meanwhile, she's gonna be doing her homework, while she's doing all that. And we do that a couple of nights a week, and it's January, and the season doesn't even start until the end of, the practice doesn't even start till the end of February. And then she plays softball, because she's one of those kids who plays softball 12 months out of the year. And I know that all of you put in that time and effort. Somebody was talking about going to their swing coach, because I know you guys play golf in the middle of winter, and you play, tennis in the middle of winter, and you do that stuff, and your parents drive you to that from the time you're 7, 8 years old. So it's so wonderful to hear you guys thank your parents. Always remember your siblings, always remember because your siblings have to put up with you because you're grouchy and cranky, and you're a pain in the butt, every single one of you. And don't think you're not. And so thank you. And the coaches that came up here and bragged about you, that was wonderful to hear too. So by the way, we do this because we want you guys to know that you're loved and appreciated by somebody other than your mom and dad or the school administrator or the coach that's here, because we want you to graduate and go off to college and be successful, and then we want you to come back here and live and work and raise your families here in Franklin County, because we know how special you are. We want you to come back. Sorry for taking so much time.
No.
Go ahead,
Well
Commissioner.
said, Commissioner O'Grady and Commissioner Crawley. And I maybe would just add a few closing comments. One, just know that others are watching you. You may not think so, but as Commissioner O'Grady alluded to, whether it's a sibling or a younger teammate or maybe someone at your school, someone's watching you. And how you carry yourself, win or lose, is something that you're teaching someone else, and it's important. How hard you work. They're watching you every day get up and know that you are sacrificing not only the physical stress on your body, but the mental stress. And Commissioner O'Grady talked about, and so did Commissioner Crawley, about how their children would have practice, and then they've got to, throughout the day, it carries the day, and they're doing homework, but they're taking them around, feeding them, taking care of the house, and all the kinds of things that allow you to do what you do. But understand this, someone's watching how you prepare yourself and the work that you put in. And then also, they watch how you respond to adversity. I'm absolutely certain each of you have experienced an injury or know someone that's experienced an injury, and how you respond to adversity in an athletic moment, in an athletic scenario, very much, as Commissioner Crawley alluded to, very much will illustrate how you respond to adversity in life. And people are watching you, and they're learning from you, because in the end, they see what the result is, and they see the payoff in how you're responding to that moment of success, the moment on the podium, the moment of conclusion of that great season. And that's something only you, even if you're part of a team, only you can experience it at that point. For those individuals, think about it. You're number one. And for the team, you are number one in Ohio. And that says something. And so just know that people are watching you. And then let me just conclude by saying that for those of you, the underclassmen that are here, I'm absolutely confident we'll see you again. It's just the way this works, But for those of you who are closing the chapter to high school and moving on to bigger and better and things, whether it's sports or in your sideline or not, I know that the experiences that you had on the field, on the court, on the course, or wherever your athletic competition was, I know that what you learned will be very much a part of what undergirds your own personal foundation and value set in life. And I look forward to seeing what that means for Central Ohio. I got a feeling, I've been hearing some of those seniors, so I got a feeling one day we're looking at maybe some political people, political leaders, or based on the majors, maybe some medical leaders, or how many teachers or coaches are here that were also in your shoes one day. And so maybe that's where you'll be. And so whatever it is, we welcome you always. Central Ohio will always be your home, and we'll always celebrate and honor your accomplishments. God bless you, and Godspeed to all of you in your next endeavors.
You're all welcome to stay and learn about Franklin County if you want, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
You're also welcome to run back to school.
Yeah. I'm going to encourage you not to.
Thank
Good to see you, Coach.
Congratulations.
Hopefully, we'll see you here again next year.
All right, we're going to jump right on into the agenda. Madam Clerk, first up is the engineer's office.
Resolution number 3324, resolution approving plans for the Wagoner Road, County Road number 106, from East Main Street, US 40, to Priestley Drive improvements, Phase 1, Truro Township, City of Reynoldsburg, Franklin County, Ohio.
Good morning, Commissioners. Nick Soulis, Government Affairs Liaison for Franklin County Engineer Cornell Robertson. I can't tell, Commissioners, have any student athletes stayed to witness my presentation?
The last student just
all
left.
Hanging on your every word, Nick.
Disappointing.
There's
but
about 6
understandable.
people in the room, Nick.
Commissioners, our first resolution authorizes plan approval for the improvement of Wagner Road from East Main Street to Priestley Drive. This is a collaborative project between Franklin County and the City of Reynoldsburg, with Reynoldsburg taking the lead on the construction, and it seeks to widen and rebuild Wagner Road from Priestley to East Main, along with pedestrian facilities. Construction is scheduled for spring of 2024. Pending any questions, we ask for your approval.
If there's no comments or questions, I'll move approval of resolution 3324.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 3324 has been adopted. Resolution number 3424, report third of the Franklin County Engineer establishing sums of compensation for a portion of the owners of property abutting the Cleveland Avenue from Huey Road to Cook Road Improvement Project, Clinton Township, Franklin County, Ohio, in the amount of $8,709.
Commissioners, this resolution, as the title states, seeks compensation for 3 different property owners abutting the Cleveland Avenue Road Improvement Project in Clinton Township. This project seeks to improve pedestrian safety and access management along the corridor. We successfully negotiated with the property owners involved, and compensation is based on appraised fair market value. Pending any questions, we ask for your approval.
If there are no questions or comments, I'll move approval of resolution 3424.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 3424 has been adopted. Resolution number 3524, resolution authorizing the county engineer to apply for a Safe Route to School project grant from the State of Ohio Department of Transportation.
Commissioners, our final resolution, as the title indicates, authorizes the county engineer to apply for Safe Routes to School project grants. In further support of the engineer's complete streets policy, the project will assess school locations within the unincorporated areas of Franklin County to examine existing conditions, prioritize locations for field assessments, conduct surveys, and develop a school mobility countermeasure tool. Pending any questions, we ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, I'll move approval of resolution 3524.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 3524 has been adopted.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thanks, Nick. Next is we have community partnerships.
Resolution number 3624, resolution authorizing a community partnership grant agreement with The Ohio State University on behalf of its cooperative extension for calendar year 2024 in the amount of $225,000.
Good morning, Commissioners and County Administration. Brittany Hilliard, Community Partnership Coordinator. This resolution authorizes a grant agreement with OSU Extension on behalf of its cooperative extension center for calendar year 2024, totaling $225,000 to provide workforce development, financial education, and life skills development. OSU Extension provides educational programs related to agricultural, natural resources, and 4-H programs to educate and promote human behavior that leads to an improved life. This resolution meets 10 and 11 of the Rise Together Blueprint. If there are no questions or comments, we respectfully request the approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, I'll move approval of resolution 3624.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 3624 has been adopted. Resolution number 3724, Resolution authorizing community partnership grant agreement with Columbus Humane for the calendar year 2024 in the amount of $35,000.
This resolution authorizes Columbus Humane with $35,000, is responsible for investigating cases of animal cruelty, neglect, and abandonment in Franklin County under Chapter 1717 of the Ohio Revised Code. Under the Chapter 1770 of the Revised Code, Columbus Humane's commissioned humane agents enforce all local, state, and laws pertaining to care and treatment of animals, as reported by members of the public and partner agencies, including law enforcement agencies, health departments, code enforcement, and social services organizations. If there are no questions or comments, we respectfully request the approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, I'll move approval of Resolution 3724.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 3724 has been adopted. Resolution number 3824, resolution authorizing a community partnership grant agreement with Franklin County Public Health for calendar year 2024 in the amount of $775,359.
Our last resolution authorizes a grant agreement with Franklin County Public Health for $775,359. Under the grant agreement, Franklin County Public Health will collaborate with the Heart of Ohio Health Whitehall Family Center to implement their public health nurse-led home visiting intervention to provide medical, social, and emotional support during the duration of a woman's pregnancy, intended to reduce infant mortality rates. This resolution meets goals 8 and 9 of the Rise Together Blueprint. If there are no questions or comments, we respectfully request the approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, I'll move approval of Resolution 3824.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 3824 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next is Justice Policy and Programs.
Resolution number 3924, resolution authorizing a contract modification with Virtual Case Manager for web-based case management software licensure in the amount of $316.67.
Good morning, Commissioners. Melissa Pearson on behalf of the Franklin County Office of Justice Policy and Programs. Commissioners, the Office of Justice Policy and Programs utilizes Virtual Case Manager to collect, track, measure, and manage client case files and client service needs in a secure and confidential platform. We are requesting modification of the original agreement with the vendor to include an additional license to support our Safer Stations program on the West Side. This modification will authorize an increase of $316.67. Pending any questions, we respectfully request your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, I'll move approval of Resolution 3925.
Second.
Moved and seconded, voting. Commissioner O'Grady.
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley.
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce.
Yes.
Resolution number 3924 has been adopted.
Thank you. Next is purchasing.
Resolution number 4024, resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $58,726,530.04.
Good morning, Commissioners. Megan Perry Balanier, Director of Purchasing, and joining me this morning is Tamika Bumper, Economic Equity Administrator in the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Commissioners, this resolution requests your approval of 499 purchase orders for which the County Auditor has pre-certified available funding. And I'll turn it over to Tamika for the supplier diversity data. Thanks.
Good morning. 27 of the purchase orders being presented today are being awarded to small emerging businesses, totaling $3,565,000 and we're gonna start that over. $3,565,000, $154.66. 1% is being awarded to minority-owned businesses, while 2% is going to small businesses, and another 1% to women-owned businesses. Once these are approved, 6 agencies have provided equitable and inclusive opportunities to small businesses this week. Those agencies include the Auditor, Child Support Enforcement Agency, Community Partnerships, Domestic Relations and Juvenile Courts, Engineer's Office, Job and Family Services, Justice Policy and Programs, Office on Aging, Public Facilities Management, and Prosecutor's Office. Pending any questions, we request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, I'll move approval of Resolution 4024.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 4024 has been adopted. Resolution number 4124, resolution approving purchases for various Franklin County agencies in the amount of $5,986,204.86.
Commissioners, this resolution requests your approval of 10 purchase orders for which the county auditor has pre-certified available funding. Pending any questions, I request your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, I'll move approval of Resolution 4124.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Abstain.
Resolution number 4124 has been adopted with Commissioner Boyce's noted abstention. Resolution number 4224, resolution approving one purchase order for Franklin County Community Partnership Agency in the amount of $129,850.
Commissioners, this final resolution requests your approval of one purchase order for which the county auditor has pre-certified available funding. And pending any questions, I request your approval of this resolution.
What's it for, though?
This one is part of it.
It's for the Ohio Women's Alliance.
Okay, great. That's good. Okay.
If there are no comments or questions, I'll move approval of Resolution 4224.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Abstain.
Resolution number 4224 has been adopted with Commissioner Crawley's noted abstention.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Thank you. Next is Board of Commissioners.
Resolution number 4324, resolution appointing Napoleon Bell to the Franklin County Children's Services Board of Trustees.
Good morning, Commissioners. Lauren Grustel, Assistant Director of Community Appointments. This is appointing Napoleon Bell to the Franklin County Children's Services Board of Trustees for a term of 4 years, and pending any questions, we'll ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, I'll move approval of Resolution 4324.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 4324 has been adopted. Resolution number 4424, resolution reappointing Joe Severies to the Franklin County Conventions Facility Authority Board of Directors.
Mr. Savarese is a member in good standing. This is appointment for 4 years, and pending any questions, we'll ask for your approval.
If there are no comments or questions, I'll move approval of Resolution 4424.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 4424 has been adopted.
Thank you.
Resolution number 4524, resolution authorizing the acceptance of a Lead Safe Ohio grant from the Ohio Department of Development.
Good morning, Commissioners. Zach Telerik with the Office of Management and Budget. House Bill 45 of the 134th General Assembly provided funding to the Ohio Department of Development to support lead prevention and mitigation activities through appropriations from state fiscal recovery funds authorized by the American Rescue Plan Act. The Ohio Department of Development created the Lead Safe Ohio Grant Program to allocate $95 million to all 88 counties, as well as cities with local lead ordinances to address these efforts. Based on the formula, the county is expected to receive up to $1.8 million from this allocation. We intend to work with the Mid-Ohio Regional Planning Commission to leverage their existing home repair and lead mitigation efforts to try to be able to utilize these dollars by the end of the grant requirement deadlines. Pending any questions, would ask for your approval of this resolution.
If there are no comments or questions, I'll move approval of Resolution 4524.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 4524 has been adopted. Resolution number 4624, resolution of the Franklin County Board of Commissioners to convene into executive session for the purpose of considering personnel matters and to confer with the Franklin County Prosecutor's Office concerning pending or imminent litigation.
Move to convene into executive session to consider appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee, and to confer with an attorney for the public body concerning disputes involving the public body that are the subject of pending or imminent court action.
Second.
Moved and seconded voting. Commissioner O'Grady?
Yes.
Commissioner Crawley?
Yes.
Commissioner Boyce?
Yes.
Resolution number 4624 has been adopted to convene into executive session.
We go upstairs? Stay here? Stay here?
Stay here.
Okay, I'm gonna run to the restroom.